Welcome back, YouTube, for another performance psychology video. Today's lesson is going to be on my discipline cycle, something I went through when I first started and how I built my discipline based off of a cycle I actually went through. All right, so we're going to go through a couple of the cycles that I went through, but before we jump into that, let me go ahead and give you guys a quote by Zig Ziglar. It says here, success occurs when opportunity meets preparation. And I definitely like that one because I do believe in the fact that, you know, most of the time when you do prepare yourself, you put yourself in a great position to achieve the success that you want from whatever you're trying to do. Right? So again, success occurs when opportunity meets preparation. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get into it. Today, I'm going to kind of start with giving you guys a little backdrop of where I came from, a little bit of my story, and then go into the cycle that I went through to force me into discipline. All right, so I started with a tough beginning, lost a lot of money, not just on my own, but I also gave money over to other traders who promised to make me money in forex and also in stock markets, and that really didn't pan out too well. Actually, before I even stepped into TRADEPRO Academy, I had already ended up losing close to $50,000 combined by myself and with other people giving them money. So with that, I already had lost a lot of confidence, and I was over trading. I was undercapitalized. I really didn't have any rules or a mechanical approach, right? So I blew out a couple accounts, trading Nadex binary options, trying to follow somebody else's candlestick patterns, not really understanding the fundamentals of trading and, not really trying to learn on my own. All right. So when I came into Trade Pro Academy, I didn't really make a lot of money right off the bat. In fact, I lost money right off the bat, thinking that I could apply multiple strategies to the market, and find success quickly, right? And what I found was a lot of losses again. All right, so instead of jumping right back into the markets, I went back to learning and I also challenged myself to take one trade per day, right? And I realized with challenging myself to do that, I realized with the results, I identified the best patterns. It changed my belief system for day traders, right? And it gave me a rock solid foundation of knowledge to build on. Right, so I honestly learned quickly that what one day trader said really stood true. Right, you can't listen with your mouth open. Stop talking so much and listen. Listen to the market and stop telling the market what you want from it. Right, this to me was very powerful, especially when I honed in on it. All right, so we're gonna start with um, this discipline cycle for you guys. Right, you don't need to be over trading. You don't need to be in markets all day. Right, but it does start with discipline to take you from over trading, right, and take you from trying to be in the market all day for hours upon hours and ending up blowing out your account because you put in trades not based off of a technical analysis, or preparing for it, but you just place trades because of boredom or because of emotions, and you tend to blow out accounts that way, right? Well, I did. And so I'm going to go through a couple of the steps that I went through with this discipline cycle. And the first one was following my entry rules, right? I disciplined myself to follow my entry rules, to use these entry rules, to wait for perfect patterns, to avoid trading outside of these rules, right? What it did was it made me realize that emotions can either be an asset or they can be a liability, right? It forced me to slow down and to listen to the market, to allow it to communicate in a way where I understood it, right? It helped me to identify the highest percentage patterns out there, right? These rules, what they did, these rules, they filtered out the best trades, right? And it forced me into a discipline of following these rules, right? And when I was forced into that, I really didn't like rules altogether, to be honest with you guys. I'm the type of person that likes to break rules, right? But over a period of time, I realized that the rules were needed to identify a lot of my bad habits, right? So when I did place these rules upon each and every trade that I decided to take, I started to realize that the results were a whole lot better, right? And when I wasn't following my rules, I then realized, the negative things that would happen based off of me not following those rules. So again, those rules filtered out the best trades for me. So it was, again, that first step for me was to follow my entry rules, right? The more I followed my entry rules, the more it led into the next step of consistency, right? Consistency in my trading results. Whether it be good or bad, I was able to recognize, the trades itself, right? What trades I should be in, what trades I shouldn't, right? As I journaled, I found the consistency in that, right? The improvements, they actually came a lot quicker, right? It slowed the market down for me. It helped me to see the bigger picture more clearly. It got me into my zone much easier, and it pushed me into this point in which I could focus a lot more, right? Building on the discipline of following our rules will lead us to see consistency, and seeing consistency will then lead to building confidence in our trading. And that was the next step in this discipline cycle, is that I moved from consistency into confidence. Confidence, basically seeing the same thing repeatedly hundreds of times as I took the trade over and over again with these rules, with this trading plan that had rules attached to them. I built that confidence in being able to see it over and over again, right? And confidence, again, like we said, guys, confidence to a trader is like oxygen. You can only go so long as a trader without it, right? Confidence is the first step to long-term success. If you're confident, you can wait patiently through whatever happens in the market, right? It's like they say, good things come to those who wait, right? And confidence is a key thing. And from consistency, that confidence was built up because I consistently applied my trading rules. I moved over into a stage of where the results showed me, after repeatedly doing this over and over and over again, that this could work, right? And that built up confidence for me as I kept doing it, right? And that led me into patience, right? It forced me into a position where I was able to see trader must guard against many things in markets, and of those, the most important is the trader, him or herself. When you develop confidence, you begin to become patient, patient to follow your rules, to take only the best patterns, to avoid low percentage trades, patient to wait for conviction to enter the market, patient to wait for conviction to exit the market, patient to build confidence in one target at a time. You're patient to see the long-term results of success of the execution of your plan. And you're patient. And with patience, we understand that you can't jump right into 5+ contracts, especially when you start out. You have to work your way up from 1, 2, 3, 4, and have the patience to develop along the way in your journey, right? And so I didn't start with 5+ contracts. I started with 1 or 2, right? And the more I built up, the more confident I got. The more I applied my strategy and my rules, the more confident I got as I consistently kept doing that, right? And every $3,000 that I built up, I added another lot. And every $3,000 that I built up, I added another lot. By the time I built my account to close to $9,000 to $10,000, I was already trading a consistent way, and I could continually just add the lots there, right? And that is the goal, is not to be trying to take huge moves out of markets, is to be able to find a consistent process to follow. And when you consistently follow that process and you see the results and you build the confidence, right, and you build the patience and you build that discipline, you're going to start to see that discipline is going to lead you into being able to add more lots as your discipline and follow your rules. And you're going to be doing the same thing over and over and over again, just adding a lot to it. So you're going to be trading 1 to 2 lots, doing the same type of strategy with the same rules, applying it the same way. And as you build your account to 3,000, you're going to add another lot. Then you're going to do 3 lots doing the same thing until you build your account to another 3,000, and then you're going to add another lot, and you're going to do this process over and over and over again, and you're going to see it's going to lead to profit and the success that you want. But all right, guys. Yep, that is going to be the discipline cycle that I went through. That is a little bit of a backdrop of my story. It's not the full thing, but just so you guys can understand where I came from, how long of a journey I had, and the emotional struggles that I went through. And this cycle means a lot to me, which is something that I always keep, up on my desktop. So I always remember the cycle that I went through to force me into discipline, to make me realize why I needed some set of rules, that applied to my trading plan, so that I could build that consistency and that confidence that was needed and the patience that was needed, as a day trader. But thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys did like this, go ahead and smash that like button. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and drop them here on YouTube, and I'll get back to you guys. You guys take care, and tune in for the next one. Probably going to come sometime next week, right around Wednesday or something. But thank you guys again. You guys have a great day. Take care.